perhaps get elsewhere. I think social media more and more important, and as I say, the Obama campaign, both now and 4 years ago, have been very good, particularly at knowing how to use that. One of the people, Chris Hughes, who was involved in Facebook, was a high up in the Obama campaign in Chicago in '08, and had, I think, something to do with that. But there's another thing as well, which is that this year we're hearing so much about, candidates, and particularly Mitt Romney, spending an awful lot of money for negative ads to wipe out his opponents in various states. You can argue that one round or flat. But I don't think that's an increasing phenomenon. I think it's probably a decreasing phenomenon, because to be able to spend that kind of money and have that kind of impact requires that voters are hugely affected by TV commercials. Well, the way things are going, there are going to be an awful lot of channels, an awful lot of sources for information on a presidential campaign that may very much drown out commercials that are bought on a traditional TV network. So, oddly enough, if you don't like that about this campaign, this may be one of the last times we see this in that intensive fashion.
Also, I don't think that well, like you said, I think that the commercials are going to trail off, but in the 2000 campaign, they hardly even needed commercials because the media was so quick to jump on perceived mistakes made during speeches, the I can see Russia from my house things. Like, you didn't even need advertisement. It was all there, right there for you.
It's true, and again, I feel like an idiot saying this in a room full of experts, but increasingly, you're talking about the media, and I assume by that you mean, people who work for a relatively small number of news organizations with traditional credentials and so on. The way things are going, at least as far as I can see, people will get their information certainly from sources like this in the future, but from a lot of other places as well. So if you're worried about sort of a consensus in the media to be down on a candidate, again, that's one benefit of this, that will never prevail, and less so as time goes on.
Thank you.
Thanks.